Next, we'll apply a snow load to our model. So from the Loads ribbon tab, under the environmental grouping, we can select snow. Snow can be input using weight per length, weight per area, or density. We'll select density with a value of 6 pounds per cubic feet and a height of 4 inches. And we can click OK. If you open up the input grid, which can be opened from the Home ribbon tab in the View grouping, or from the View ribbon tab in the Grid grouping, and I also have it loaded onto my Quick Access toolbar, which can be customized up at the top left. So that's where I will be opening it up from. Additionally, Control+W is the keyboard shortcut. If I open the input grid and select the Segment tab, you can now see that the Apply Snow option is open for checking for segment A. So this is now a load that is loaded into our model, and we can choose to apply it to the different segments in our model or not. We only have one segment, and we are going to apply it in this case. Next, we will work with our operating cases. This model was defined with just one thermal and pressure case, but we'll change it to 2. So from the Tools ribbon tab, in the Model Options grouping, select General Options. And in this General Model Options dialog, which is the first dialog that we use to define any of our piping models when we start a new model, we're going to come down to the number of thermal pressure cases input and change this number to 2. And click OK. When we do, the computer warns us that the number of temperature cases has changed, and if we don't define the inputs, the pressure and temperature information is just going to be copied over from the last defined case. So right now we'll just have 2 identical cases, but we'll make some changes. So we can accept this and click OK. Again, I'll close my input grid. I want to select a portion of my piping models. So being that my model is all selected right now, I'm going to come to my Select ribbon tab. And under the selection grouping, I'll first click Clear. And then under the selection grouping, I'm going to select Range. This opens up my command line on the bottom left corner of my screen. And I can pick a from point and a to point for a range that I want to select. So my from point will be A00. I can either type these values in or select them with my mouse. And my to point is going to be A06. With that, I can click OK, and I see that range selected in my model. I want to change the pressure in operating case 2 for this range of piping. So with that selected, from my Modify ribbon tab, under the Properties grouping, I'll select Operating PT, Operating Pressure and Temperature. And in this dialog, I'm going to come to the Operating Case 2 column, and for pressure, I'm going to change it to 0, and for temperature, I'm going to change it to 70. So I'm changing my pressure and my temperature for this range for this operating case. And then I can click OK. I also, with thermal in mind, want to apply thermal anchor movements at this anchor here at A00. So I'll select the anchor, and I'll double click on it to open the anchor dialog. And in the T1 dy input for thermal anchor movements, I'm going to apply a value of 0.375 inches. And I'll click OK. So we're assuming we're connecting to a vessel here, that when the vessel in the pipe heats up to 644 degrees Fahrenheit, this vessel is going to grow and move up 0.375 inches, which will have an effect on our piping. And we're applying that effect through the thermal anchor movement.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.